Great, great song. And now we're moving on to our relationship segment this morning. I've been excited about this one because we're joined once again by Toju Oluwatoyinbo. Now she's talking relationships today. We're doing a topic that could have been said to be talked about quite a lot, but it's about the differences between men and women, especially with regards to relationships. Now she's a vlogger, speaker, and of course marriage counselor. It's great to have you back.
Thanks for having me again.
All right, so the differences between men and women, except for the physical attributes,
yes,
seem to also be internal for a lot of people. People don't think of them as very obvious all the time. But let's talk about the most basic of them. The fact that women are said to be metaphorical, right?
Yes.
Or poetic.
Yeah.
But then guys are what? Literal?
Literal.
They're literal.
Yes.
Okay, so let's break down what that means.
Okay, so of course we know there are exceptions here and there, but generally this is what it is. So if a man tells you, for example, this is what he's doing. So maybe I don't know if I said this last week, he's still feeling sad, or he's looking to you as if he's sad.
Yeah.
But he's probably just thinking about a football match or thinking about what he wants to have for dinner, even though they still tell us anything. Yes, probably just thinking about his next deal. He's actually okay.
Oh, okay.
And so if he tells you he's okay, he's okay.
So just let it go.
Just let it go.
Even if he's boning and frowning. And
if he tells you he's okay, generally it means it's okay. But sometimes we interpret it as it is with us. Because when we're not okay and we're quiet and they ask us what's happening, we say we're okay, but we expect them to prod. Because there's actually a million and one things going on in our minds. But it's not for them like that. If he says he's okay, he's okay. So,
but with a woman, there's probably like layers and layers of things going on.
Yes.
Does this go for all men though? Or is it really generic? Or do you think we should still try and prod further?
Maybe if you ask one more time and he tells you, except you know something specific has happened. But if nothing has happened that you know of and things have been cool and fine, you've asked once or twice, let him go, because men also have this thing of internalizing. They have their man cave. So even if there is something, as long as he's told you he's okay at that time, it's best you let him internalize, because he's not going to ask you for help or cry or become vulnerable at that moment.
Okay.
So you need to let him sort it out himself. That is one of the ways he proves to himself that he's a leader, he's a winner, and he's in charge, right? So when he has a grasp on at least a good amount of it, then he can come to you and say, okay, this is what I'm thinking, but this is what I think I need to do, and then ask for your help.
Okay, so that's a new one for me. So actually leave him alone. All right. What about the fact that men often believe that women want to change them? So why do you think this is, and what can we actually do about this?
Have you tried to change your husband?
I don't think the word change is the exact word. I'll say maybe make some adjustments in some of his, belief systems. Maybe readjust his path a little.
So what I believe it is because we're created to be helpers, right? And we're nurturers. So when we come into a home, we immediately want to make this nicer, make this look nicer. We want the children to look this way. And this also applies to our job. It also applies to our husband. So we see it as trying to help make you better. Your life to, make things better. You say, who you find a wife finds a good thing, obtains favor. So I want to favor you. Okay. Right? But they see it as trying to change. So I think the best way to go about it is to ensure that he sees himself in that change. Okay. He sees the benefit of it for him. And like we were saying off camera, he kind of feels, oh, I've thought about this before. Okay, this is my idea. I can do it. Yeah. So if he doesn't see himself in it, he feels like they feel like we are stressing them or trying to change them. Yes. Yeah.
Let's get there. And then we're now doing a U-turn, and it's like, oh, baby, why didn't you tell me?
What I've been trying to. So what we would just do that first and second time, enjoy the ride, make memories, take pictures, and by the third time, hopefully, he gets the picture. Like, this babe actually knows the way. Just follow her.
Okay. Right. Hopefully that will work. But what is it about this emotion thing? So there are some emotional, even if it's emotional movies, some men find emotional activities draining, but women often feel fulfilled by them.
And satisfied,
So what do you think?
So again, I like to go back to the beginning for me as a believer. So Adam had work. So the first thing he saw was work. I mean, he's God and his work. So he's working, he's developing, he's thinking about the next thing, what to do with the lions, what to do with these veggies, and all of that. But Eve comes and she meets man. So she meets this, you're my first point of contact. So she wants to relate. And this is why when women get together, they're talking about their children, what schools their children are going to, what musical instrument they can play. The guy's like, okay, take the money. Are you okay? Are you fine? And he's off. So woman, like, she's moved by what she hears, right? So she wants to talk, she wants to hear. And this is why, for example, we hear things like, this babe had so much money and she got married to this guy who's just a startup. He told her something, she heard something, right? And she's moved by that. But so when girls want to cuddle and cry and talk, men are not used to that. It's not easy for them. So it takes a lot of adjusting. It drains them, but it satisfies us.
Okay, so, but I still need my cuddles and my sweet nothings.
So we have to learn to balance and give and take.
All right. Okay, we will try. Thank you once again, Toju, for coming to talk to us. It's always a pleasure hearing from you. Hopefully you have a question or comment or contribution. Just hit us up with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and go ahead with it. We'll be checking them out later on. Stay with us.